Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are with Cadgear. How the fuck do you pronounce that? Sanctum. Now, the hell in Doom 2016 was actually kind of contentious when it came out. Some saying it was generic, it had a urine yellow filter over it. As for me, I feel it's a little too generic. It's not a bad hell, but it just doesn't seem that memorable. See, this gives me very much a Darksiders vibe when I see it. It just doesn't really look that. It doesn't look that. Well, I wouldn't say it looks that Doomish because the hell in Doom changes, but it looks. Doesn't this look a lot like the Darksiders? You know, kind of. Well, Darksiders. I don't think you went to hell. I haven't played Darksiders in a long time, but. Now, one of the other problems with the story here is, like, none of those guys survive, apparently. No one has survived but Doom Guy. It just seems kind of silly in terms of, like, research and development. And evidently somebody did survive. Fucking, you know, Lance Hendrickson, he survived. So, wait a minute. I think he's, prevaricating just a little bit there when he says that. But, yeah, this just gives me very much a Darksiders vibe. I think I might have missed something over there. I don't see anything over there. Ah, well, fuck it. I killed him anyway. I will pick up the railgun. Yet another Quake weapon. And I do like... oh, it's the Gauss cannon. Totally different from the railgun. Ah, the railgun. I fucking love that weapon. You can totally insta-give certain things. Although, it's not as useful against some of the heavier enemies than you'd think. Like, I remember those Centaur Robo guys from Quake 2, like, took, like, a couple hits with a railgun to kill. Which was most annoying. But this feels very much like, oh, it's Earth! Yeah, you went to Earth and it was like demonified Earth in, Darksiders. Was it? Yeah, it was Darksiders where that was the case. And so this looks a lot like that. At least that's the way it looks like to me. So, I don't know. For me, this just wasn't the best looking hell. I go back to Doom 3. Doom 3's hell looked really good. It looked like this sort of eldritch evil world, whereas this, it's just Darksiders. Yeah, you got some flying rocks, but this doesn't really look that horrifying, you know? It just looks like... it looks like Utah in, like, Fallout New Vegas, you know? It's just not that scary, not that otherworldly, just kind of... just generic, you know? Which, I don't guess it really matters that much. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying they could have put a little more effort into designing a little more unique-looking hell. That's a clean burning hell, I'll tell you what. Tell you what. I can't even do a Texas accent, and I'm from Texas. And probably one of the more Texas-y Texas people you'll see on YouTube. But I can't do the Texas accent. I used to. That's how I used to talk. In fact, I do have myself recorded sounding like that. Although it wasn't a YouTube video. It would, you know, what's funny, there is an old video from 2001. I'm never going to release it. That was recorded with, my grandfather's old camcorder where I was talking about, but not reviewing, Star Wars action figures, like 12 at the time. No, I was 11 at the time, and I had that full, thick Texas accent, and that will never, ever be seen. But that exists, so it was sort of in the blood, I suppose. But yeah, this hell just very much a Darksiders kind of thing. I think, but then again, the whole tone of this game is, I think, a little safer than it could be. You know, nothing is particularly horrifying, and it's sort of like a serious form of cheesiness. It's definitely a much more cheesy game than Doom 3, and I guess you can say it's sort of a hybrid between Doom 1 and 3. Still, though, I think one of the reasons why people found this game to be so good, and why even I find it to be really good, is that it's not really that groundbreaking. It's not really super amazing. You know, it's not that great of a game. In many instances, this is just sort of like a takeoff of the Painkiller series, because we're locked in a arena, we have to fight demonic enemies. So it's very much reminiscent of that more than Doom itself, because Doom is always about running forward and trying to find the exit. But I think the reason why people like this game, and why I really liked... when I said Wolfenstein: The New Order is the greatest FPS ever. It really isn't. You know, but I think it comes down to this. This is the kind of game that people would like to play. You know, a game that's all about the gameplay. It's got some really good music, provided you like, you know, rock step music. And it's a game. You know, I think that's the biggest thing about this particular game, is that it's a game. It's not a glorified QTE simulator. You know, it's not trying to preach anything to you. It's just, here's some monsters, here's a shotgun, blow them up, you know. And after all these years of having, you know, these scriptathons, after all these years of having, you know, these modern games, you know, it's like when you're really, really hungry, the first piece of food that you eat tastes the best. And so after years and years of having just generic slop, here we have a big budget game where it's game first, not, you know, this massive cutscene scriptathon, you know. I'm still, like I said, I would like there to be more story in this, but ultimately without it reducing the amount of overall gameplay. You know, like classic games had. And I think that's why everyone loves it as much. Is this a masterpiece? I'm not sure if I'd go that far. I think it's definitely one of the top games of the past decade. But you got to look at what it is. This is Doom. It's nothing new. It's nothing original. It's nothing that imaginative. But what it is it's exactly what you want from a Doom game. It has... I'm not going to bother... Well, I'll go ahead and hit it. It has all the elements that you want from a game, and that's why it's so... That's why it seems so good. Well, it doesn't seem so good. That's why everyone was so happy to finally get it. It's like, a game? What is this strange thing? It's like we have all this highly advanced technology to make, you know, the greatest games of all time, but, you know, we get fucking loot boxes and things of that nature. Here we have a game that's not... I guess that's the best way I can put it. This is a game that's not afraid of being a game. It's not trying to be more than it is. It's not trying to be a movie that masquerades as a game. I guess the best way to put it is compare this to something like Duke Nukem Forever, where you can't... where half the time it's not even a game, you know? It's a glorified animated movie, and it's not even a good animated movie at that. Whereas this, you've got all sorts of really cool enemies, you have tactics you can use, although I'm not using them. And that's why it got as popular as it did. It's like, here's a game that we can play and have fun with. You know, it seems like a strange concept, but imagine if all you had was the modern day crap. That's why I think Dark Souls is as popular as it is, because... Oh, god damn it, I wasn't able to get it. I think that's why Dark Souls is as popular as it is, because it's all about the gameplay. There's story there in the background that you can choose to enjoy or ignore. And I think that really just resonates with a lot of people who just want to get past all the crap and just get to the game. They want to punch a demon in the face, not sit there and watch something that's massively produced. And, you know, that's why I can see, like, why it's as popular as it is. Now, compared to the original Doom, it's not that great. You know, compared to the games of my youth where innovation was still going on, it's not that amazing either, but I still had a... Well, let me put it another way. While it might not sound like I'm singing its praises, I really am. I'm just trying to look at this from a dispassionate perspective in some instances. Fuck me. Fuck. Ah, god damn it. I knew it. I knew it was going to kill me. Because I had no place to run, and if I had launched that rocket, I'd have blown myself up. You know, but that's really what you got to keep in mind. It's a great game, but I'm not sure if it really reaches masterpiece status. To me, a masterpiece has to be something wholly unique, something that hadn't really been done before, or potentially something that really just is top tier in all categories: music, sound, story, and gameplay. You know, the Dark Forces games, each one of those is a masterpiece. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Star Wars music no matter what, but, you know, you've got every element in there is the very best it possibly can be. Graphically, of course, all those Dark Forces games have long since aged, but for their time, they really stood out, I think. And I think that's... When I call something a masterpiece, it's got to really be a masterpiece. I think for a modern game, this is a masterpiece. I don't think that for... In the grand history of games, it is. I still find that Doom... I honestly think... Ooh, I almost fucking died. Fucking asshole. Okay, give me my fucking rocket. I cannot... Run! Ah, shit. I could not make it out of there. It's one of the harder arenas. I think that's really one of the things that does hold this game back, is its use of constant arenas. You know, that does get a little old after a while, and it does show a bit of stagnation. It's not constantly evolving the level types. We can go to Jedi Academy. There's all sorts of level types in that particular game, ranging from just your generic first-person shooter stuff to that train level. There's even a level in there where you have to fight sandworms, you know, fucking Tremor style. There's actually going to be a Tremors 5. Can you believe that? And it's got Michael Goss in it. Not Tremors 5, a Tremors 6. There already has been a Tremors 5, of which I've seen. It was actually pretty damn good. Michael Goss is still getting it. I mean, he's got to be, you know, in his 50s now. He's still getting it, and it's still good. Can you... Well, I don't know how many of you guys have actually seen the entire Tremors series. Tremors 3 was not that bad. I know people like to hate on it. None of the Tremors movies are that bad. It's not like there's an Alien 3 style. It's not like something as bad as Alien 3. You know, Tremors 3 could have been better. And Tremors 4 was surprisingly good. I like Tremors 4. The whole Old West thing was evolving. God damn it. The whole Old West thing was evolving the concept. You know, getting to see, you know... well, actually, it evolved the concept, and I liked it from a storytelling standpoint. I like to see, you know, Bert, you know, well, Bert's ancestor, you know, learning how to shoot from, like, some sort of super cowboy guy. However, I don't know. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, I was going to say, like, it'd be nice if, like, Bert had always been that way, but he had always been that way. It's his ancestor that wasn't. So I suppose in many instances we could just say that, well, it's in the blood. And it is cool that Bert's ancestor was carrying on the legacy of whatever the hell that super cowboy guy's name is. Pistol Pete or whatever. Tremors 5, it's one of those things. I was very surprised they were able to keep the series going. And it kind of got back to, roots of just, you know, the monsters are scary and Bert's got to shoot them. Having, like, the evil human enemy was an interesting idea. And I really enjoyed the fact that, Bert had this, internet survivalist thing. That was pretty neat. I like that. I was kind of surprised by that, but it worked really well. Because I could picture him doing that. Tremors 6 can be set in the Arctic, in Alaska. That's gonna be kind of cool. It hasn't been set there, and Bert's gonna get, like, this isn't a spoiler. This is just something that I already know is supposed to happen. Oh shit! I am so dead. Do I have any? No, I don't have any fuel. That is a lot of fucking gubbins that are trying to kill me. Give me the health. That was a bit of overkill, but I don't care. Smack him. But Bert's gonna get bit by a graboid or get like some kind of graboid venom, and so they gotta help him. So that basically means that Michael Goss doesn't really want to be in the movie, and he's gonna be in the movie for about 5 minutes, and then he's gonna get bit by the thing, and then Jamie Kennedy, his son. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, but you know what? It's not really a spoiler, mainly because it's in the trailer. So yeah, where Jamie Kennedy, his son, is gonna carry on the Burt Gummer's not going to die, I guarantee you that, but through most of the movie, he's going to have to be the Burt for the movie. And, you know, I'm okay with that. Jamie Kennedy didn't do a bad job as his son. You know, as these franchises get older and older, it is going to have to be... And then his son, who's exactly like him in every way, you know, carries on the legacy, which I guess is kind of the way it goes in real life in some instances. But it's just kind of funny that all these characters now have sons, or it's his cousin or niece or something like that. It's just kind of hilarious. But hey, you know what? It's better than killing your beloved characters and having them replaced with characters that are utterly generic. Disney. But whatever. What do I know? It's empowerment. But, yes. Trimmers. Who'd have thought? When you look at, like, the dates, though, like, Trimmers, that's one goddamn imp. That's one other problem I kind of have with this game is, there'll be one imp left in the arena. You gotta find him, and, like, he's jumping around, and it really kind of is annoying. Yeah, like, this is definitely giving me flashbacks to Darkstalkers. Assuming that's the right name of the game, because there's another game that sounds a lot, that has a similar name. Oh, shit. It has a similar name, except it's like a fighting game, and like, the character Morrigan is in it, who's like some kind of succubus that has a whole bunch of fan art. Not that I would know of such things. So it's, maybe that's Deathstalkers. Darkstalkers is the third-person hack-and-slashy game. Deathstalkers is probably the fighting game? I don't know. The first thing that goes is the memory, it would seem. I do know that there's been a remaster of Darkstalkers. Just because I've seen that in my Steam library. I haven't played it just because Darkstalkers wasn't a bad game. That's why I like to, I say that a lot. It's like, it wasn't a bad game, I just didn't really like it that much. It wasn't a bad game, it's just, it wasn't that amazing to me, so I just haven't decided to get back to it. I should review that one day. THQ was very good at making games that weren't that amazing, but weren't bad. Teleportation! Well, when they said it was a skull key, they weren't lying. I like that. This game does feel much more like a Doom 3 than Doom 3 did. I will admit to that. Because when I was thinking of Doom 3, when I thought of the imp, I thought of something like this. I really did. I thought, oh, it's gonna look like that. No, it didn't. That's why I don't get excited for stuff that much these days, because it's never what I want it to be. Realistically, you know what they could have done, but they didn't. They could have called Doom. If they'd have, I do wonder now that I think of it. If they had called Doom 3 Quake 5, no, Quake 4. If that had been Quake 4, would people have complained about it? Because it does give you much more of a Quake vibe than a Doom vibe. Because like the monster design definitely is very reminiscent of Quake. Actually, it's not like I'm a massive Quake fanboy, but that's just what comes to my mind as I play the game. And jump on him and rip out his eye! Alright, and grab the quad damage. The only thing about the quad damage that I find fault with is they should have had the little voice that said quad damage. That was just a nice little detail that made that even better than it was. But they got rid of the guy saying quad damage, like, if I'm not mistaken, by Quake 2, so I'm not surprised it's not in this. Oh, crap, there he is. I wonder what happened to the faces. I never was a big fan of the faces in first-person shooters, but I was gone by Quake 2, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a hilarious little option. That Quake guy or Ranger, his face was kind of terrifying at times. Like when you picked up the invisibility ring, it looked like he just did about shit. Yeah, he just smoked literal powdered shit. No. Oh crap. Oh shit. Give me some health, give me some health. Like he did a metric ton of meth. He was really happy to find that invisibility ring, it would seem. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Did Doom 3 have more of a Quake vibe than a Doom vibe? And smack him! Because that's what's coming to my mind as I record this particular... Get him! As I record... The Caco demons in this game are really hard to kill compared to Doom. At least that's what that's how it feels to me. I'm just not sure if I like the new Mancubus. I don't know. The old Mancubus was a really disgusting looking kind of enemy, like this big fat ball of blubber that could like set you on fire. That was a particularly creepy enemy. I think that was probably one of the best of the new enemies from Doom 2. just in terms of sheer creepiness. The Revenants were always cool, but they weren't that memorable. But the Mancubus, man, and I don't even think the Doom 3 Mancubus really got the sheer creepiness of the Mancubus, because it just looked a little too kind of walrusy, whereas the Mancubus in Doom 2 just felt like literally the avatar of gluttony. It's like fucking Nurgle. Although wait, would Nurgle be gluttony? Nurgle's always like depicted as this big fat guy, big fat man. But would he actually? But would a Nurgleite be fat? I guess like bloated from all the disease. Yeah, we'll just stick with Slaanesh. Slaanesh is the god of excess, so I guess gluttony would work with that. Okay, let's see. Armor or ammo? I'm gonna go for more ammo. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with more bullets. And the game kind of paused there for a second, which is most annoying. I noticed that. I'm a PC gamer, goddammit. I noticed all the problems. I actually did get a comment that said that I should put the metrics on there. I don't know. What's funny is I'm recording this. As I record this, I'm doing a massive marathon record so I can get all the episodes done. Oh, I wonder if that. I wonder. We'll just have to see. I hope I don't have to re-record it, because I just realized something. Sometimes Real Life doesn't like to record, so I wonder if that pause meant that all we're getting is audio and no video. I had that happen once. Not recently, but with an older version of the drivers, it did that. That's why it took till now to get a Let's Play out of this. Let's just hope that did not happen. Let's just hope. But we'll just have to find out. But yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking of just a moment ago. We'll continue fighting through Doomstalker's hell. Darkstalkers is one of those series that just... Well, it didn't pause then, so I don't know what it was. I don't know, maybe I'll consider showing the metrics in, like, the next couple episodes. I don't want to stop this one. And hey, that might give you something else to look at other than just the gameplay. I can really just show my PC-ness off. Although my PC is getting a bit antiquated, but thanks to all those Bitcoin people and their desire to make money. Capitalism is evil. Must crush capitalism. Yeah, sure you must crush capitalism. That's why you live off your parents' money. But anyway, we're not going to discuss people and their aversion to other people having money or keeping more of their money. I mean, that would just be insane. Yeah, thanks to goddamn Bitcoin. Oh, crap, I'm getting shot. I'm getting sniped from the rear, as I once said. Okay, where's my rocket? Well, that was just horrible. Yeah, the PC's getting a bit antiquated, but at the same time, you know, the prices are pretty high, so I'm just going to wait for them to go down. There's actually some company, I think it's like, not CompuServe. What is that company? I think, not MacroPros. I'm trying to think of what it's called. There is some company that's offering a discount if you don't buy it for Bitcoin purposes, although how you'd be able to prove that, I'm not entirely sure. It's like, I swear, it's just for gaming purposes. I'm not going to mine blockchains. God damn it, why can't I? Oh, I'm out of rockets. Okay, well, let's just slice open the stomach and see all the goodies within. It's sort of like an evil demonic Santa Claus. But, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is an interesting thing. I've considered trying some of that myself, but I don't know. I'm always very conservative fiscally. And eat a rocket, or eat 3 of the fucking things. Of course, one of the upgrades you can get is oh crap! I'm not gonna be able to get to him in time. I am really hurt. You pain me, Revenant. Well, I'm gonna smack your head off. And blow up. Well, it's like he has like a little and dead again from the same enemy. Brilliant. And this is just going perfectly. Marine Guy line of toys. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, the collectibles menu. It's like, be sure to buy the Pop Games vinyl figurine. Already did. Because if I had the $300, I'd get that Doom Guy figurine. But I don't have $300 to waste on a little statue. Because Fuck that. Blow him up for the billionth goddamn time. I'm gonna save that chainsaw and kill the other one that spawns, the one that likes to spawn like right behind me. And grab that. He spawns behind. Oh, I guess he didn't spawn behind me this time. Oh, there he is. Rip him open. Grab all the good crap. Throw another grenade. It's like I know how to play a video game. It's like I know how to play a video game. But I think we'll just have to see if they can get the formula right again for Doom 2. Doom 2 X2. The more I think about it, the more I realize that can go very wrong in many instances. Like, if they did decide to SJW it, which a lot of games are sadly getting that. Not Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. They could, like, say, they could have, like, some sort of an anti-capitalism message. It's like, and capitalism got us to where hell invaded. One of the things about this particular version of hell, getting off of that particular topic... Realistically, though, if you don't like capitalism, stop playing video games, stop owning phones, stop playing on computers, and I don't know what you're supposed to do if you... I don't know what else you're supposed to do. But just stop doing all that, because without capitalism, you're not gonna have any of that, just so you know. Crap. 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 And turn around and attack them. Like, these guys are way heavier. This does feel much more like an alien hell. It doesn't feel like what Chaos in 40K would feel like. You know, talking about 40K, I'm very surprised that people like 40K as much as they do. For the longest time, 40K was like this really fringe fandom, but I'm finding more and more people actually know the 40K lore. It's really quite crazy to me. Because for the longest time, I was the only one I knew who actually... I never played 40K, but actually knew anything about it. So it's just very... cool to see that. It's like they actually know who Rowboat Girly Man is? What is this insanity? Found a secret. It's like I totally knew it was there. Now, this is a particularly cool weapon, but I will admit that it was a stupidly long time before I figured out how to get like that 3-barrel chain gun. Because when we actually can upgrade it, you will see... I don't really need that, but I'm going to take it anyway. You'll actually see... The item description is a little confusing. Like, it says you can set up a turret. I was like, I don't want to set up a turret. But that's not really what it does. So it's just kind of confusing to me when they said it. Like, I don't want that. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try and see what it does. Maybe I'll use it once. It's like, oh, that's how you get that weapon? What? So yeah, it was kind of annoying about that, but oh well. Come on, smack him. Shoot him. Double barrel is not quite as good as I'd like. It's not quite as strong. It's still a decent weapon, but not as good as I would like. Come on, and jump and follow. Really, that's one criticism I do have about this game. Well, one of a couple. Oh, I still got him. Is a lot of the weapons are, you know, I think probably deliberately weak, deliberately nerfed, so that the glory kill system is more useful. It's like it seems like they're based around just knocking him out a little bit like that. Although I wasn't able to glory kill him, I actually was able to legit kill him. I think one of the problems with the hell though is there's a lot of stuff going on in the Quake 3 hell that made it visually interesting. This is just very much a dull brown. That's why I'm a big fan of tech-based levels, just because in a tech base, there's a lot of visually interesting stuff going on, and it's not just you, brown rocks, and that's it, you know? I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of movement in levels. You know, like where there's stuff going on in the level itself. I mean, this is just the same theme repeated over and over again. I'm not really sure what they could have done to make this a more visually interesting hell. But I could... Come on, knock him out, knock him out. There we go, and grab him. I think it might have tried to vary up the color palette a little bit. Just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. That way it doesn't get a little too boring. Because like right now I'm just kind of, it's Quake 6. Quake 43. I don't guess whoever gets that. So I guess that would mean that Doom, the Doom 3 universe is like an alternate history, where Quake was extremely popular. Well, more popular than it is. I get the power up after I've killed everything. That seems par for the course. Also, you gotta love how like the blaster here has like the plasma shells coming out. Of course, then again, Aliens had that problem. Yeah, do I want to? Nah, I'm not gonna bother with it. So I've been going on for a long time already, and I'm not even sure if this is being recorded. Okay, I guess we go up here. I assume. That is my assumption. Yeah, there we go. Because we gotta go back. Now, if they survive long enough to leave books and crap, I'm just not sure. Okay, where is that? Yeah, mobile turret. I guess I could have looked at that, and it would have shown it. But, see, like, it just seemed to me like this was, you know, like you put it down. That's why it was the mobile turret. I don't know. Maybe my brain just wasn't working right that day. But there we go. We got that really cool gun that you saw in the trailer. Took me a stupidly long time to actually figure out how to use it. Okay, now where the hell do we go? Now I'm confused. I assume we go this way. It makes sense to go this way. This seems like much more of a sanitized hell in some instances. That's just it's the feeling I get. I think we got to the end of the level. Now, okay, did all these guys just die? Because you don't see their bodies. So what? Did they all just die off camera? I think once again people did survive. Something has survived. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Yeah. Evil turns against itself and then gets shot with a chain gun. Now usually I like to use the chainsaw on those guys. Get all that sweet loot. I know there's a big guy behind me. No, there's not. I thought there was. The new Barons look pretty cool. They definitely look much more distinct from... I don't think there was even a Baron of Hell in Doom 3. They look distinct from the Hell Knight. That was always the problem back in the day with... there's, of course, the Skyrim helmet. Because it's an Easter egg! Oh my god, because Bethesda also made Skyrim. And therefore we... I don't know why I'm even being an asshole about it. I actually legitimately think it's cool, and I had no problem with that Easter egg in, Borderlands 2. But I'm gonna be an asshole anyway, because I feel like shitposting. And Smacky! Yeah, where's your hell wave now? Okay, and... cut him up! Oh, I just realized that the Baron of Head... The Baron of Head, eh? Yeah, she's quite good at what she does. That's why she's a Baron, and not merely a Duke. Those gutty Lost Souls. There's a level we're going to get to before too long where they are really, really annoying. But the Baron of Hellhead looked a lot like the Skyrim helmet. Okay, here he comes. You throwing a rock at me like you're a goddamn tank? Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Eat a quad damage rockets! Oh, that completely eradicated him. Quad damage. Oh look, you're coming up hot. I should probably upgrade some of these weapons. Probably. Yeah, we'll do it next episode. And Vapor! Totally got just smacked in the face with it. This is a very long level compared to... Now see, this is where it's starting to get visually interesting. I mean, look at that. That was cool. There needs to be more of it. We need more cowbell and more demon bell. More of the black bell of terror. Oh god, I hate these kind of things. It's like, yeah, try not to fall. Just give him a fucking rocket. They rip out his little arm tube. Splash damage. Come on. Oh, please tell me I have some... No, I don't. Wait a minute. There's my chain gun. There it is. Oh, just shred them. Take the old painless out the bag. Even though in all reality, those guns don't actually exist. It wouldn't be that useful if they did. Of course, unless you had like some sort of powered armor. Then it might work. Might being the operative word. Give me some old smacky smacks. But I think in an earlier episode, I was talking about how to survive how to combine a battle between science fiction and a fantasy universe. What you'd have to have is a science fantasy universe versus a science fiction universe. And it can actually work. I had an idea while I was reading a book today where that could work, potentially. What you'd have is, like, you use the magic to have, like, some sort of magic shield around whatever planet's being attacked by the science fiction universe. And then, like, you have, like, you have to have a little bit of technology. That's why I say science fantasy. Then you have, like, actually, you know what I just realized I'm describing right now? I know exactly what I'm describing. I'm describing Darksaber, a particularly average book from the Star Wars universe. It's not a bad book. It's just not that amazing. I did a review of it many a year ago. But it's basically where the Jedi use the Force to throw, like, an entire planetary invasion fleet, like, into interstellar space. And then by using the Force, they're able to blow the crap out of AT-ATs and AT-STs and stuff like that. So that could work like that. But I think anytime you combine science and technology, or not science and technology, but magic and technology, both sides are going to need, once again, you got to have balance. You got to nerf what you got to nerf, and you got to use what you got to use. So you got to have, like, one side. Both sides need some kind of gun or gun equivalent, though. Gun and gun accessories. Because you're going to need that. You're always going to need guns. Because, like, if you can outrange somebody, then you're going to be... victory's all but assured. Hence the problem with putting, you know, fantasy up against that. Unless, of course, you're going to have magic. And then that's one of the problems I've always had with imbalanced stories. Like, for example, there's a book series of Terminator, a bunch of my brain is not functioning. A Terminator book series. It's completely in its own canon universe kind of thing. Since it's time travel, you know, it's perfectly valid. But in that one, Skynet was able to create some nanites that could take over humans and make them loyal to Skynet. And then it's like, well, if you have that, why would you want to take out all the humans? What would be the point of that? Why not just use them as, you know, servants? I'm just saying. And then it's like, well, then that really makes things much more difficult and much less interesting, because then that's what I like to call a do-anything power. You know, it's like, and they can control the brains, and they can block all the bullets, and it's like, okay, now you're just making shit up. Because, like, Terminators are already powerful enough, you don't need to give them one more advantage. And that's the thing. It's like, your villains and enemies shouldn't have too many advantages, because then it's like, well, why don't they just win? You know, because, like, if you have the ability to control the brains of people, then why don't you just control the brain of the president and then launch all the nukes that way? Or, you know, that's one of the bigger problems with some of the latter-day Terminator stuff, is where it's like, if Skynet is this powerful, why didn't it just win the game in many instances? You know, like, Terminator 1, you know, you got this big-ass Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. Okay, its utility is going to be limited, but then, like, with the T-1000, why doesn't he kill the president, replace the president, and then, you know, build Skynet in secret? You know, why not do this? This would make a lot more sense. Okay, I'm actually going to upgrade the weapons. Let's see. Give me faster recovery. Shit, I got a lot of those. Give me one of these. Faster reload. Penetrate your targets. That's good. Can I upgrade any of these? Advanced loader. Greatly improve. Yes, just give me that. Let's see. Rapid deployment. No, that's not going to be that good. Superheated rounds. Shots from plasma rope down build heat. Preventing. But do I want that? Okay, I haven't done any of that. Okay, I already did that. Quick lock. Do I want quick lock? Yeah, I do. Quick lock. Sweet. Alright. Let's get back to it. But yeah, it's like, if they can do this, why don't they? That's one of the bigger problems with that. Then, of course, you know, there's the concept of sending back a Skynet war machine covered in cloned flesh. I think that has much less utility in many instances. than one might think. Because, like, wouldn't that potentially change the timeline? It might make Skynet not exist anymore. But then one could say that couldn't a lot of these things change the timeline and ensure that Skynet doesn't exist anymore? That's the problem with all these multiple Terminator sequels. I still like Terminator. I still am a big fan of it. But sometimes, you know... Shit. It's one of those instances where, do you want a Terminator movie or not? That was such overkill, but I do not care. There's no such thing as overkill. But a lot of when you give these factions powers that they don't really need, it just kind of reduces the overall enjoyment of what's going on. That's what I like to call the problem with too much peril. God damn it! Let me guess. I have to re-upgrade that. That's where this is. There's parts in this game where you will die and die a lot if you play it on ultraviolence. Ultraviolence is not an easy difficulty. Well, especially for a gamer like me. Okay, are my upgrades still there? Yep, thank you. Thank you, game. Everyone loved those micro missiles, and you know what? I was part of that, everyone. That looks like a goddamn manhole cover. So wait, is there a sewage system in hell? They got fucking demon-class toilets? Like, what are the fucking rims spiked or something? It's spiky for extra pain. But yeah, too much peril is something that really annoys me. It's like, it just kind of detracts from the story, because it's like, at least to me, it's like, oh, now they're trying too hard to have a problem, you know? Really, where I first started noticing that was after watching the DVD commentary, because yeah, I'm a fucking nerd in case you haven't noticed. For Stargate SG-1, there was an episode where, like, there's an alternate version of Samantha Carter. If you don't know who that is, Google it. And, like, she and the real Samantha Carter were having, like, reality problems because there are two inhabiting one universe. It's like, come on, why? It's like, the story was good enough already, but now it's an artificial time constraint. Because she'll disassociate and everyone will die. It's like, no, stop, bad. Bad, don't do that. Instead, just have the plot. You don't need that. It's like, well, we needed one more problem. It's like, you got an hour to tell us a story. It was good to begin with. Just quit while you're ahead. So it's like the brain control nanites. It's like, you're already fighting against super powerful robots. We don't need brain nanites, because then that just raises all sorts of issues, you know? All sorts of annoying issues. Oh, fuck. Run! Give me that fucking good stuff. Oh, fuck me. That's why I hate not being able to quick save. Because look at how much more we have to do now. Look at how far back we have to go. It's like, that's one of the things. When you have these really big arenas, you know, it gets tedious. Yes, I know, challenge, whatever. And when I have actually defeated the bloody bastards, I'll feel like, yeah, that was pretty good. But you know what? When I have to replay it again, I don't feel that way. I just don't. I'm just going to channel my inner dark side Phil. I have no idea who that is. I just saw a random video on him, and apparently he screams in games and is very bad at them. So, I don't know. That's not the kind of channel that I watch. That's not the kind of stuff that I watch, because I am so much more sophisticated than the normal people out there. Because I am sophisticated. I only play Thomas Was Alone. I'm only playing this because it's ironic. Just imagine, there's gotta be somebody out there that... It's like Comic Book Guy, but a million times worse. Comic Book Guy really isn't that bad, though. Compared to what we got today, holy crap. Although, you gotta wonder, though. Is Comic Book Guy even in The Simpsons? Because I haven't watched The Simpsons and the modern-day Simpsons in some time. I feel like The Simpsons already went downhill as of Season 8, much less Season whatever the fuck it is. Oh, crap. So, I could not tell ye. Okay, we need to fall back. That's where, you know, some of the guns really annoy me. It's like, you got these guys, right? They need a good gun to take out, but I don't have, like, a really good go-to gun to take them out. And they take so much hit, they take so much damage. Here I am just doing what... That is what I will do in real life. I will start complaining about how terrible the game is, and I'll keep playing it regardless. It's like this. It's like I don't have enough fucking rockets. I don't have enough fuel for that, so I can't get any ammo. And I want to save the quad damage for, you know... That, effectively, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I started doing videos. And I remember that, too. Whenever I think about where some of the mindset for reviewing came from, it actually came from, in many instances, from playing Predator Concrete Jungle and, like, getting stuck on a level and just going through why the level was such bullshit. I need... Okay, this ought to do. That ought to do. And hit him! I should have done a glory kill on him, but I didn't, because I suck at video games. Enter the combat phase now. Okay, where is that fucking imp? It's all red, and he's red. I can't see red on red. If you're red, you'll soon be dead. It's a long-ass level, though. Alright, where in the name of Ysmir is the door? But at least I finally defeated it, and yes, it was satisfying to have a challenge. What level of Concrete Jungle was that? I think it was the one like you were like we had to go through like these different towers. The cursed sarcophagus. And we shall teleport our way back. So wait a minute, it looks like somebody survived, didn't it, Samuel? Old Sammy! Microsoft Sam! When Microsoft Sam goes bad. Alright, I am GeneralLotz, and I'm wishing you good Microsoft Sam, or whatever makes you happy.